Imagine you're trying to do your most important work every day, but your brain feels slow. You can't focus, and your productivity keeps dropping by the minute. You keep scrolling on your phone, then try to work again, but your brain just won't cooperate. The same thing happened to Steve Jobs. He was working on his company's biggest project, but his brain shut down. He had two choices: keep working with a tired mind and get mediocre results, or find a way to boost his brain power fast. He chose the second option, and what he did next made him 100 times more productive. Using a simple 90-second brain hack, he reset his mind and went on to work on some of the world's most innovative products that same day. Hey friends, welcome back to Inside the Covers. In this audiobook, we'll teach you those 90-second brain hacks that can make your brain faster, sharper, and full of energy. If you're someone who always says, "My brain gets tired too fast," or "I can't concentrate," this audiobook could change your life. So, are you ready to unlock your brain's full potential in just 90 seconds? Let's begin. Lesson 1. Know the power of your brain. Imagine a powerful machine that never sleeps, never gets tired, and can solve the toughest problems. Well, you already have it. Your brain. Yes, the same brain that can help you win life's biggest battles can also hold you back. The only difference is you have to know how to use it right. Your brain is constantly making and breaking millions of neural connections every second. In fact, it repeats the same patterns over and over, the ones you've trained it to follow. Scientists once ran an experiment with a rat in a maze. At first, the rat wandered around lost, but after a few days, it found the fastest way out. Why? Because a new neural pathway had formed in its brain. The same thing happens to us. Whatever we do repeatedly becomes automatic in our brains. Thomas Edison once said, "When I run out of ideas, I shock my brain." By shock, he meant doing something unexpected, something that sends fresh signals to the brain. Research shows that if you start your morning with a challenge, like reading a difficult book, solving a puzzle, or taking a brisk walk, your brain wakes up faster, and your focus sharpens instantly. Because our brains love new and unexpected things. If you do the same routine every day, your brain slows down. But if you learn something new and think differently, your brain kicks into high gear. That's the real secret to activating your brain. So engage your brain in new experiences again and again and keep it alive. Lesson 2. The power of neurons. Neurons and microchips allow our brains to function like super-fast computers. The faster neurons move, the quicker we think, make decisions, and handle tough situations. These tiny wires carry information throughout your brain, and every time you learn a new skill, like driving, playing guitar, or memorizing a password, new neural pathways form, while repetition strengthens them. Your brain operates on different frequencies, much like a radio station. Beta waves keep you alert like during a speech or exam, but too many cause stress. Alpha waves kick in when you're relaxed, like reading or walking in nature, boosting creativity. Theta waves activate during meditation or just before sleep, sparking innovative ideas. And delta waves dominate deep sleep. Scientists found that sudden physical activity, like jumping jacks or stretching instantly, wakes up your brain neurons. To sharpen focus, take 4 deep breaths before any task. Inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5, exhale slowly for 7, and repeat for 90 seconds. This floods neurons with oxygen, shifting brain waves for clarity. Neuroscience also shows that dopamine reward neurons fire faster with sound frequencies like binaural beats, or isochronic tones. Whenever you have to do something big, promise your brain a small reward. For example, if I finish this in 15 minutes, I'll eat a cupcake. The more you train your brain this way, the faster it responds. Next time you feel sluggish, try these tricks and watch your neurons speed up like lightning. Lesson 3. Boost your brain with oxygen. If I told you that the easiest way to make your brain sharper, more focused, and full of energy is already right under your nose, literally, would you believe me? The truth is, it's all about how you breathe. Most of us breathe without even thinking about it, but that doesn't mean we're doing it the right way. Breathing is automatic, yes, but intentional. Deep breathing can completely change how your brain functions. Think of your brain like an engine. Just like a car needs high-quality fuel to run well, your brain needs oxygen to stay sharp and productive. When you're tired or foggy-headed, that's often your brain signaling that it's low on oxygen. Many of us breathe too fast or too shallow, and research shows this limits the amount of oxygen reaching the brain, making us feel mentally drained. But with just 90 seconds of proper breathing, you can recharge your mind almost instantly. It's not about meditating for hours or doing complex exercises. Just a few focused breaths can bring clarity, reduce stress, and improve your thinking in real time. Let me share a real story. Steve, a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, used to work 14 to 15 hours a day, pushing his limits. But his mind would burn out quickly. He couldn't focus, forgot simple things, and became short-tempered. Then, on a neuroscientist's recommendation, he began practicing deep breathing daily. Within 3 weeks, he noticed a huge change. He felt calmer, more focused, and his creativity returned. Negative thoughts faded, and his decision-making improved, which helped his business grow even faster. This wasn't a miracle. It was just oxygen doing its job, thanks to a few minutes of mindful breathing. When you give your brain what it really needs, the results speak for themselves. Besides these, there are a few other techniques you can use throughout the day to activate your brain. One of them is called lion's breath. If you're feeling sluggish or mentally slow, take a deep breath in and then exhale strongly with a loud ha sound, like a lion's roar. Do this 5 or 6 times and you'll feel your mind instantly wake up. Another powerful method is alternate nostril breathing. It helps balance both sides of your brain and boosts creativity and focus. Simply close one nostril, inhale through the other, then switch and exhale. Repeat this back and forth for about 90 seconds and feel your mental clarity grow. And then there's the oxygen boost walk. While walking, inhale over 3 steps, hold your breath for 3 steps, and exhale for the next 3. Doing this during your morning walk or even during a break can keep your brain sharp and your energy steady all day. These are simple habits that take almost no time, but their impact is incredible. The next time your brain feels slow or your energy drops, remember, oxygen is your secret weapon. Just breathe the right way and you'll feel the difference. Lesson 4. The power of movement. Movement is one of the simplest and most powerful ways to wake up your brain. When you move, even for a short time, your blood flow increases, your oxygen levels go up, and your brain gets what it needs to fire up your focus, creativity, and mental energy. Neuroscientists at Harvard discovered that people who make daily movement a part of their routine have higher levels of dopamine and serotonin, two brain chemicals that play a huge role in how we feel, how well we think, and how clearly we focus. What's even more fascinating is that just 90 seconds of the right kind of movement can create an immediate shift in brain waves, helping your mind snap into a sharper, more alert state. So, if you ever feel mentally stuck or sluggish, don't sit still. Stand up, move, and get your brain into gear. One of the quickest ways to boost your brain through movement is something called the power pose. Harvard professor Amy Cuddy proved through her research that holding a strong, confident body posture for just 2 minutes can change the way you feel mentally. Here's how you do it. Stand tall. Keep your legs slightly apart. Place your hands on your hips. Puff your chest out a bit. And lift your chin, just like a superhero. Stay in this pose for 90 seconds to 2 minutes, and you'll start to feel a surge of confidence and focus. It's not magic. It's how your body language speaks to your brain. Another fast-acting method is a simple movement trick that activates both sides of your brain and helps with clarity. Just touch your left knee with your right hand, then your right knee with your left hand, and keep repeating this cross movement for 90 seconds. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly effective. You'll feel more awake, more focused, and mentally balanced. These small exercises are easy, but the impact they have on your brain is big. There are also some powerful real-world examples of how movement boosts the brain. In a school in Germany, teachers started doing just 2 minutes of movement exercises with their students before each class. After 6 months, they saw something amazing. The kids who participated had an average IQ increase of 15%. That's the power of moving your body before using your mind. And it's not just kids who benefit. Billionaires like Steve Jobs and Warren Buffett have made walking a daily habit. They believed their morning walks were the secret to better thinking and decision-making. Walking helped them stay creative, reduce stress, and think clearly when it mattered most. You don't need to work out for hours to see results. A quick 90-second jumpstart exercise when you're feeling tired, a power pose when you need to build confidence, or a cross-crawl movement when your thoughts feel scattered. These simple actions can turn your whole day around. Lesson 5. Mindfulness and Visualization. Mindfulness and visualization are powerful mental techniques that can tune your brain for clarity and speed in as little as 90 seconds. The human brain can't really tell the difference between something you imagine and something you experience for real. So, when you visualize a moment clearly or practice mindfulness, your brain starts building the same neural pathways as if it actually happened. That's why elite athletes, top CEOs, and high performers around the world swear by it. Visualization helps them stay mentally strong, focused, and prepared for anything. Once you understand how this works and how to use it, you'll notice a powerful shift in how your brain functions, more clarity, faster thinking, and sharper decisions. So, what exactly is mindfulness? Simply put, it means pulling your attention fully into the present moment and focusing on just one thing. You're not stuck in the past or worried about the future. You're just here now. Studies from places like MIT and Harvard have found that even 90 seconds of mindfulness can boost the thickness of the cortex, the part of your brain responsible for memory, decision-making, and focus. One of the fastest ways to bring your brain into this state is to look around and notice 5 things you can see. Then feel 4 things you can touch, maybe your car, your clothes, or your mobile. Listen for 3 different sounds. Next, identify 2 scents, like the smell of food or a nearby perfume. Finally, notice 1 thing you can taste, even if it's your favorite food. This exercise grounds your brain, clears mental clutter, and helps you refocus in moments of distraction. Now let's talk about mental rehearsal. If you've ever imagined yourself doing something before it actually happens, you've already practiced this technique. It's like giving your brain a preview of the experience. In one Stanford study, basketball players were split into 2 groups. One practiced free throws physically for 30 minutes, and the other practiced for only 15 minutes, then spent 15 minutes mentally visualizing the same shots. Surprisingly, the second group outperformed the first by 25%. Their brains had already rehearsed the moves, so their bodies followed with confidence and accuracy. Just imagine yourself succeeding step by step. Your brain will start to believe it, and when the real moment arrives, you'll feel more prepared, calm, and focused. If you want to lock in that focus and boost your performance every day, try the brain priming method. It's all about setting the right mindset before you even begin. Feed your mind with positive statements like, "My mind is getting sharper," or "I am calm, clear, and ready." These affirmations may sound simple, but they set the tone for your entire day. Close your eyes and visualize your day going smoothly. See yourself tackling tasks, staying calm, and making smart decisions. Do this for 90 seconds every morning, and your brain will begin to operate in that state naturally. Make this a habit, and you'll find that sharpness and clarity come to you faster and easier each day. Lesson 6. Cold shock therapy. Even after your morning tea or coffee, your brain still feels like it's stuck in slow motion. What if in just 90 seconds, you could flip a switch in your brain and suddenly feel wide awake, focused, and full of energy? That's the power of cold shock therapy. When your body comes in contact with cold water, it triggers a powerful neurological response. Your brain releases chemicals like dopamine, the one that drives motivation, and adrenaline, which kicks up your energy levels fast. Just a short burst of cold can take your mind from foggy to laser sharp in no time. And it's not just about feeling refreshed, it's about activating your brain at its core. Let's break down how to use cold water the right way to unlock your mental edge. Research from Harvard and Stanford has proven that cold water has a dramatic impact on your brain chemistry. When your skin meets cold, your nervous system jumps into action. In that moment, your brain releases a mix of dopamine, norepinephrine, and adrenaline. These chemicals do more than wake you up. They improve your mood, sharpen your focus, reduce stress, and increase alertness. It's like flipping on your brain's high-performance mode. There are a few simple ways to tap into this. One of the quickest is the cold splash method. Fill a bowl with icy water, dip your face in for 5 to 10 seconds, take a deep breath, and repeat. This stimulates your vagus nerve, one of the main pathways connecting your brain and body, and within seconds, your mind feels more awake and refreshed. If you're not ready for full-on cold exposure, you can try the ice cube trick. Rub an ice cube on the back of your neck for 30 seconds, then hold it against both wrists. This sends signals to your brain to release adrenaline, giving you a jolt of energy and lifting your mood without needing a full cold shower. But if you really want to go all in, try the cold shower challenge. Your dopamine levels can spike up to 250%, and it's a totally natural remedy to boost your mental power. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman from Stanford found that regular cold exposure not only improves energy and focus, but also significantly reduces depression, and it's been shown to work better than some antidepressants. And hey, if this audiobook gives you some value, you can give us a like. So, let's move on to the next lesson, which is going to be even more helpful. Lesson 7. Sound Waves and Music Therapy. Your brain is constantly sending electrical signals called brain waves, and different sound frequencies can influence these waves to either energize or calm your mind. Sound waves, when used the right way, can instantly increase your focus, clarity, and even mental speed. That's the magic of sound therapy, and it only takes 90 seconds to feel the effect. Your brain functions using 5 main types of brain waves: gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Gamma waves, which range from 30 to 100 hertz, are linked to ultra-focus, sharp memory, and quick thinking. Beta waves, from 13 to 30 hertz, are associated with alertness and energy. Alpha waves are known for promoting calmness and clarity, while theta waves are tied to deep thought and creativity. Delta waves, the slowest of all, help with deep sleep and healing. If you're looking to boost your concentration or energy, listening to sounds that enhance gamma and beta waves is the key. Frequencies like 40 Hz, gamma 528 Hz, often called the love frequency, and 963 Hz, also known as the awakening frequency, can activate your brain in a very short time. Just 90 seconds of listening to a 40 Hz frequency can kick your brain into high gear, sharpening your neurons and clearing away mental fog. But there's more to sound therapy than just frequency. Technologies like binaural beats and isochronic tones are designed to naturally guide your brain into a desired state. Binaural beats work by playing 2 slightly different frequencies in each ear. Your brain merges the 2 sounds, creating a third tone inside your head that starts changing your brainwave pattern. Listening to gamma or beta binaural beats helps increase focus, while theta and delta beats promote deep thinking and calm. Isochronic tones, on the other hand, are rhythmic pulses that influence your brain even if you're not using headphones. These tones directly sync with your brain's rhythm, shifting it into a new state almost instantly. This process of syncing your brain with sound is called brainwave entrainment. By listening to specific tones daily, your brain starts to reprogram itself to be sharper, calmer, and more focused. Scientific studies have shown that high-beat music can boost dopamine and adrenaline, the chemicals responsible for motivation and energy. On the flip side, slow, relaxing music lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, helping your mind clear up and relax. Certain types of music are especially effective in triggering brain activity. Classical music, for example, is linked to the Mozart effect, a theory that says listening to Mozart can enhance memory and raise IQ. Fast EDM or rock music can boost energy and attention, while lo-fi beats are perfect for staying calm and creative. So the next time you need a mental lift, listen to high-tempo music for 90 seconds if you need energy, or play slow, soothing tunes if you want relaxation. Try listening to 40 Hz gamma waves in the morning to jumpstart your brain, binaural beats while working to triple your focus, or delta tones before bed to improve memory. Just give it 90 seconds, and you'll feel the difference. Lesson 8. Remove your mental blockages. Sometimes you're trying to think clearly, but your mind keeps pulling you into fear, confusion, or negative thinking. That's called a mental blockage. It's like a jam in your brain that slows down your creativity, clouds your decision-making, and drains your motivation. But the good news is that even though it feels heavy and overwhelming, it doesn't take hours or days to shake it off. In fact, you can reset your mind in just 90 seconds using some powerful and proven techniques. The first step is recognizing where the blockage is coming from. Most of the time, it begins with negative self-talk. You might tell yourself things like, "I'm not good enough," "I don't have what it takes," or "What if I fail?" These thoughts, even though they feel real, are often just stories we've built in our heads. They create mental walls that keep us stuck in the same cycle. One way to break this cycle is with a simple method called reverse questioning. The next time a negative thought hits you, flip it around and ask yourself the opposite. What if I am smart and capable? Or what if this fear is just in my head and not the truth? That one shift in perspective opens a new door in your brain. And once the door opens, the blockages begin to fade. But not all mental blocks are purely emotional. Sometimes they're connected to your physical state. When your body is tired or under stress, your brain can slow down too. That's why one of the quickest ways to clear brain blockage is the cold splash method. If you've ever splashed cold water on your face in the morning, you know how instantly refreshing it feels. There's science behind that. Cold water stimulates dopamine, the motivation chemical, and norepinephrine, the hormone responsible for alertness. So if your brain feels foggy or stuck, wash your face with cold water for 90 seconds, or rub ice cubes on your wrists or neck. This instantly shocks your system into clarity and wakes up your mental energy. Now, if your thoughts are spinning in a loop and you can't seem to get out, there is one way to do this, is the mental movie trick. Close your eyes and replay a moment when you felt powerful and confident. Relive it in full emotion. Whenever fear shows up, pause and breathe deeply. Ask yourself, is this fear real or just a trick of the mind? If it's real, take a tiny step forward. If it's not, let it go. Most mental blockages are born from imagined fears, but the moment you understand that, you take the power back, and in just 90 seconds, your mind can reset, refocus, and become sharper than before. And that brings us to the end of today's powerful session. I hope these 90-second brain hacks have ignited a new spark in you. If you found this valuable, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to Inside the Covers, and join our community of lifelong learners. Remember, knowledge is your greatest superpower. Every book you open, every lesson you absorb, is a step up the ladder of success. The world belongs to those who learn, adapt, and act. So keep pushing forward, and let's rewrite your story together.